What's up, you guys? It's the SK92 here, bringing you a bit of a update video to describe like what's going to be happening in the future on the channel. First things first, I will be posting the rest of The Witcher soon, pretty soon, as soon as possible actually. So like maybe this week or next week I'll be doing that. Right now I don't know what footage I'm showing you. It might be something from The Witcher, or it could be from Metal Gear Solid. But I want to talk about Metal Gear Solid for a little bit, and then actually that's pretty much the whole update. It has to do with that. It's because of Metal Gear Solid that there's going to be a change on the channel. So I played Metal Gear Solid, and I've beaten it already. I just haven't put it up, and I didn't record everything because I wanted to play it and be more aware of like what I'm supposed to do and where I'm supposed to go. So it would shorten the videos and make it more enjoyable for you guys. And the way it's like the ending of the game, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'll tell you now that spoiler alert. I'll put it on this video. So, Quiet leaves at one point in the game, like, and you have to go find her. And then after that mission is over, she leaves the game. Period. And that kind of thing, it kind of messed me up because one, she was like my favorite buddy in the entire game because she was really good. It was her, then it's Diamond Dog. Then everybody else sucks because it's only 4 buddies and you lose the best one. And there's 2 ways you can go about keeping her, is stopping her her progress of like bonding progress, or you have to use the this butterfly emblem. That's a bit of a spoiler and a little bit tip for you guys who don't know. There's a spoiler. You can use the butterfly logo that you get for having her join you or maxing her bond thing out or something like that, and it halts her progress for her story. So yeah, I'll just throw that in for you guys. So if you don't want to lose Quiet, there's been a lot of news about Quiet can ruin some people's games, or if you play every mission with her. She didn't do that for me. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5, a really good game, excellent game. My final review for that game, I'll give it a final score now. It's a 9.5. And the only reason why it's not a 10 because the game does have some bugs, quite a few bugs, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna be converting to this channel into more of a reviewing channel, mainly because school is becoming a lot more serious now. Cause like I've changed my major to what I really wanted to do. And it's becoming a lot more like, well, it's just becoming a lot more, just to put it in simply. And to be doing Let's Plays and stuff like that, and like having to record all of it, that's a lot of stress and a lot of added stuff I don't really need. And then editing some of the stuff and putting like all the stuff together, it's a lot more than I need at this time in my life. I'm not stopping YouTubing at all. But like I won't be doing like Let's Plays like I do now. I won't be doing like episode by episode. I'll be live streaming them if I do them at all. And then it'll be the live stream, and whatever's on live stream is on live stream, and then I'll be doing like a review on my channel. So basically my channel will consist of live streams and reviews. So I don't know if you guys will like dislike it or not like it. I mean, the channel is pretty much the same. It takes out all the editing and me having to worry about like stuff like computer space or how much my hard drive is being taken up from all this stuff, because I need my hard drive for school stuff. So there's quite a bit of stuff I've been thinking about. But yeah, the reason why I say that Metal Gear Solid is the game that did it for me is because like I can't go back and I can't use Quiet anymore at all, and it was like it really like irritated me, and that's something like I wanted to tell people about, but I can't do it without putting up every video for you guys, if that makes sense. Like, cause now when I do the rest of the Let's Play, Quiet won't be in it at all. Like for my Let's Play, I recorded it up to episode 20. I didn't do episode 20. I stopped recording at episode 20 for the Let's Play, and after that there's like 20 episodes, 20 missions after that, if that. There may be like a little bit less than that because there's like some repeat missions after that, and I will have tips for some of those that people might not know about. Like there's a boss that's in one of the missions. Oh, actually no, just like, okay, there's a mission where you redo the Quiet, where you get her, you redo that sniping mission. And in the mission, that if you don't have a sniper rifle and you want to get like most of the challenges done for not like hitting her with anything lethal, if you don't have a sniper rifle that does tranquilizers or a gun, you can use the pistol to do it. I did it the first time. I haven't put that video up, but yeah, I did it the first time only with a pistol. I shot her once, but then I was like, no, it's better just to tranquilize her. So yeah, I didn't get the challenge, but I did it the second time. It's on extreme, I think. It's a harder difficulty and you die with one hit. So yeah, that one is a lot harder, but it only took me like 10 minutes. And when I did it with the first time, it took me like 20-30 minutes. It took a long time to be quiet when you only have a pistol. So yeah, I'll be doing some tips to actually do a better explaining of what I'm going to be doing with the channel. There's going to be streaming on YouTube. I'm going to stream on YouTube, so I don't have to like worry about it going back and forth between anything else. Like, I don't have to do Twitch and have it come over because sometimes it fails. So yeah, it's going to be streaming, maybe some tips and tricks when I can get around to it and when I'm free to do it, and reviews. So yeah, I'll probably label this as my first review, and just for Metal Gear Solid. And then I did a review for Witcher. I usually do them at the end of the games, but now like with the Metal Gear Solid, I did it at the beginning as in progress review, and this is my final review for the game. Yeah, it's a 9.5. The game was really good. It was a great story. It was a great way for Kojima to like pretty much put an end to the series. And again, I had to take points off for like there was a lot of bugs. Maybe it was only with me. I experienced a lot of bugs with the control things. Like I lost control of my camera and character frequently, like more times than I can count. And it was like in times where like you keep moving and your camera stuff messes up, and everyone can still shoot and kill you. And that happened to me a lot of times, and it was so frustrating for it to happen. And then there was at some point in the game, they put it in so it forces you to try to build a FOB, which is a forward operating base. And the first one is in fact free, but you have to basically buy the rest. So yeah, it forces you to do that after a certain mission. I think it was like mission 25 or something. And the only way I could avoid doing it was going offline. And the reason why I had to avoid doing it is because every time I tried to do it, it would freeze. Like the game itself, you can still press pause, but that's pause. It's not exit. You can't exit the menu at all. It forces you to sit there. And I've left my console for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Didn't change. It froze. Like for real, it froze. There was nothing I could do about it. So yeah, those are those kind of bugs that where you try to make people do stuff. And also, again, it's a good way to tell a story. With the whole thing with Quiet, it's a good way to tell a story, but I didn't like that. I don't like that even though all the missions to do with her are in the past, it doesn't matter. You can't play her ever without playing a whole nother game. And I don't like games that do stuff like that. The Witcher did that. With the way the game ends, you have 3 possible outcomes that you don't know. Like, usually what most games is 2 outcomes. The good one or the bad one. Well, this one, it's good, bad, dead. Not to spoil it for you guys, that's it. Like, Ciri can either become a Witcher, she can become the Empress, or she can die. And for me, I was stuck at a point where, like, it was stupid little conversations you could have with Ciri that determined that outcome, that one outcome. The end of the game didn't, like, there was nothing at the end you can say, no, wait, and there was none of that. Like, I did it, like, I took out all that footage, but I spent like 30 minutes going through that because I kept dying from saying the wrong thing. Like, of the options they gave me, there apparently was only one right thing to say. Like, I said several times and it killed me. So, in the way that I took that as Ciri completely failed, she died and we all died. That's the only way I can take that. And at first I was like, so are you telling me because of those decisions I made, I can't actually beat the game? And it frustrated me to no end until I had to go through it like 6 or 7 times to get the dialogue right to like what Ciri just died in mine. So yeah, sorry for like again. I said I put it in the title. This would be spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers and you heard that, I'm sorry, but I did warn you. My reviews will be a spoiler. It will have spoilers in it. That's all I'm going to tell you guys for now. So I don't want to see comments with people being angry at me saying, well, you ruined the game for me. It says spoiler in both the description and in the title. So if you didn't take that as me meaning the truth, it is a full spoiler, just as a disclosure. It will be spoilers and reviews. That's kind of how reviews work. You can't review a game like if you beat it and not have everything in it. So yeah, but outside of that, Metal Gear Solid was an amazing game, amazing story, amazing characters, and even though for those who don't know like the full story, there's some people who made great videos of it. There's like I didn't know all of the Metal Gear Solid story. I played Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, 4, and now 5. I played, and there's like seven or 8 of them that are Kojima made ones. So yeah, I played. Oh yeah, and Ground Zeroes. I played Ground Zeroes too. So I played one. So is it 2, 3, 4, 5? I played 5 Metal Gear Solid games in my entire life, and I beat 4. Played most of 2. Like I was at the end of 2. I just didn't beat it, and I didn't play a lot of 3. I got to at 3. I was halfway through the game and didn't finish it. But I watched somebody play the rest of it, so I knew the rest of the story. And I also watched the rest of all the stuff that was in the other games I did know about. This channel called I believe it was Eligible Monster. They did a really good job of summing up the Metal Gear series. And I encourage for those who don't know a lot about the whole background of the Metal Gear Solid, which I didn't know everything. I only knew what was in the 4 games I had played. I didn't know any more than that. And that's not including the actual 5th one, because the 5th one wasn't out yet. So yeah, I knew everything I knew from, like I said, 2, 3, 4, and Ground Zeroes. That was it. That's all I knew about Metal Gear Solid. And yeah, so I would definitely go check those people out. I might even link their video down in the description if you guys feel like you want to go check that out and learn more about Metal Gear Solid, because it's really an interesting story, and it's an interesting like legacy to learn about all those people. And it was the funny part is like when I first like started playing the game, it was like Miller is basically a bad guy, and like the rest of the stories like from like he worked for Zero originally, I believe. He worked with Cypher, which is who did all the bad. And yeah, so that really ended up like he ends up pretty much just being the bad guy at the end. And at the end of the game, you hear him and Ocelot talking, and again, full disclosure, spoiler is about to come that you aren't Big Boss, which it was obvious if anybody knows the game, like knows the story of Metal Gear Solid, you knew that Big Boss was either a clone or one of the people that was at the beginning of that story was fake. One of them was the fake Big Boss, and one of them was real. Whether it had been a clone or other, you knew one of them was fake, because they had the same exact voice. So yeah, again, like I said, spoiler, this is gonna be the big secret that really isn't a secret. They thought it was so much a secret. I bought the guide for the game not because I wanted to use it, because I didn't use it until after I beat the game. And it was just because I wanted to see like the other stuff like weapons and stuff. I didn't even open the book until I beat the game. So I opened it and I was looking through like the missions and stuff, like how to get S's and stuff, so I can then do tips for you guys or something like that. And they didn't put the last mission on there. And then when you scroll through, it'll tell you where the last mission is on, what page it's on, and it's like, oh, this is a big deal. If you need to go to this page, and it says the last mission is a secret. Like, no, but if anybody who knows the Metal Gear story, you would know what that is, or it's kind of insulting to like some gamers' intelligence for how much they follow Metal Gear Solid franchise or even logic, period. Like, okay, look at Ground Zeroes for everything that went on. It is not, the way that everything exploded, it is not possible for Big Boss to have had shrapnel in his forehead or in his body. It's not possible. Somebody, there was another body in front of him blocking him. There was no way for him to have shrapnel or anything anywhere. So, there's that. And he would have never, you can't lose an arm or you can't get shrapnel in your forehead when somebody's actual body is in front of you. All the damage would have went to them. That's one. That's something I didn't think about until while I was playing the game. Actually, no, I kind of thought about it when I beat Ground Zeroes. And two, the character you were walking with, originally I assumed that either you were seeing things or it was like there was somebody else leading you, but it was really you in your mind, or there was a clone. There had been theories prior to the game that it was the guy, it was I forgot what his name was. He was a robot, he ends up dying, he ends up being crushed by a Metal Gear. But it was that guy. Everybody thought it was him because he had gone like extreme lengths to protect Big Boss, or because he was like a good friend of his or something like that. Again, I don't remember. There's a lot of the story that I kind of went in one ear and went out the other. But yeah, everybody assumed that there's obviously two Big Bosses. And that is very true. Now, I won't tell you who Big Boss actually is. You have to figure out for yourself and beat it yourself. Because, I won't ruin that for you. I know people might consider this already ruined, considering I said Big Boss isn't Big Boss, or there's two Big Bosses. But there is. You would have to know that just by hearing that Kiefer Sutherland, he voices two characters. They don't generally, that's what they did wrong. That's what I was thinking after I played the game. I was like, unless they were intending to make you think that you were seeing a ghost or you thought you were crazy, then that would have worked. Or two, what they could have done is they had the guy who originally did the voice of Snake and Big Boss, I believe it was David Hayter. They should have had him do either your character or the other Big Boss. So then it would have threw people off completely. They're like, oh my god, Big Boss, and you don't sound nothing like me. That would have been a great way to do it. But yeah, I won't ruin who Big Boss is for you guys, because it's pretty cool, but it's pretty obvious, and I'm sure you guys are smart enough to figure it out on your own. So yeah, other than that, Metal Gear Solid, great game. Would recommend to anybody. And if you're still listening to this part, I am doing a giveaway for this game. I'm getting a new PC, and I already ordered it. It'll be here sometime either next week or the week after that. And it comes with Metal Gear Solid 5 code. I will be giving that away if I can. I have to check out the rules and stuff for YouTube, and if that code is able to be given away. So if everything checks out and everything's okay, then I would do it. You guys will get some lucky winner will get a Metal Gear Solid 5 game. And for that day, I'll probably do some Metal Gear 5 streaming or something like that, maybe, and try to do like the extra missions, or maybe I'll do completely unrelated Destiny, because I plan on getting the Taken King, not Tuesday, the Tuesday it comes out, but the Friday of the week it comes out, maybe. So yeah, that's something we'll also be playing on this channel. The raids will be on my channel now. I'll be doing that, and I'll be reviewing them too. I've done the very first raid, the Vault of Glass, because it was free and I didn't have any DLC. The Vault of Glass was an interesting raid. I'll do a review on that when I play all those raids. So yeah, you have that to look forward to, and every game that's coming out. I do want to do walkthroughs, don't get me wrong, but I won't be recording them individually anymore. So that's one thing that I'm going to be ending for my channel. I said there were going to be changes. They're not huge changes. They're huge for me, because having to worry about like certain things like, oh yeah, I don't have enough space on my computer, or I need to be doing something else besides editing And because editing, even though it's not like super hard and it's not super complex, it still takes up a lot of time I could be using for school or stuff. Like editing, like I edit, like I guess with my new computer it might be faster, so I might be reneging on some of this stuff. I don't know. It'll be probably a lot faster with my PC because I've been using my laptop this whole time, and editing on the laptop is kind of slow, so it takes a long time for a video to render for me. Like back when I was using my last laptop, or hell, when I was using a Windows Movie Maker, it would take hours, like 3 hours to render a movie or render a video. And now with this, I got Sony Vegas. It takes like an hour and a half on average. But I haven't even rendered really any of the stuff for Metal Gear. So yeah, I think for Metal Gear the average was like an hour 45. So that's not bad. It's still not like if I was using Movie Maker or my old laptop, oh my god, I'd be doing that for 6-7 hours. And so yeah, that's kind of another. That's again, I know I can do stuff while it's rendering, but I really can't. I can't really do like when something is rendering on my laptop, it makes it really hard for everything else to work. Like it starts to drag down my laptop, even though my laptop is a decent laptop. It's just that rendering takes up a lot of like energy for my laptop, and I am taking years off its life by rendering all this footage. So yeah, maybe my opinion on that will change when my new PC gets here, because my new PC is like awesome. It's really, really awesome, and when I get it, I may even do an unboxing video. So you guys might get a real life video of me unboxing my new computer. So that means I actually have to clean up my desk area. So that should be fun. Yeah, you guys will get to a brief peek into my life, I guess. So yeah, I got it from this place. I'll put everything down in the description because I can't remember what the place is called right now. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about. Again, Metal Gear Solid, 9.5 out of 10. Maybe IGN didn't have the same problem I did because they gave it a 10 out of 10. But they also basically became like the Konami employees, just like with all the other like video game news outlets. They became like in a sweatshop, like a Konami slave. They had to sit there with the game for like 8 hours. That's a long time, and you're monitored with everything they had to do. They were monitored by that, and I'm kind of looking forward to their final review. I haven't heard anything about their final review yet. But again, their pre-finished game review, their in-progress review was 10. Mine is 9.5 because of the bugs and the forced online stuff, and the online stuff doesn't work. And then there's the in-game purchasing stuff. I don't really like that kind of stuff that you gotta buy to do FOBs. But that's it's kind of if they're playing on the impatient thing. But that's Konami being the Konami that fired Kojima. They are all about money now, and nothing else matters to them anymore. Which I can understand from a business standpoint. You are all about money. So, but if you're gonna fire the guy who made the series, don't turn his series into one of your pachinko machines. Just saying. That's my opinion. I don't know how you guys feel about it. But yeah, if any of you have actually beat The Phantom Pain 2, please feel free to leave some comments down below. I would like to hear your thoughts on like, what is that, Quiet being gone, or the game period, or if any of you had the same bugs that I did. And I hope you guys enjoyed this first like real review of a game I've done. And I hope to see you guys around the channel and be more active with you guys, and you guys comment more. Because I don't really get like a ton of comments from you guys. Not on my videos, but I do when I live stream. We have like a really good time when we live stream, which it was probably very apparent during the video. Like when I did the live stream for The Witcher, there was a lot of talking during The Witcher. I was talking with like people. I was talking with like tons of people. They would come in and out and just talk, and that was awesome. And that's why I want to switch over to live streaming more, because you have more access to me. There's no watch the video, maybe comment, and you don't comment because you think, oh, they're not going to read this, or I'm just not gonna comment because I can't get an answer right now. And I understand stuff like that. I'm not really a big YouTube commenter myself, mainly because a lot of stuff I have to say would probably be taken negatively, and not because it's a bad thing, but some people are really sensitive on YouTube or sensitive in media period. So, and stuff like people like if you want to help people, but you know it's going to be taken the wrong way. So I'm one of those type of people, so I don't generally say anything at all. So yeah, that was a little bit of a tangent. But yeah, back to Metal Gear Solid. That's why we're all here. Yeah, and great game. I would recommend it to you. If you've seen my first 2 videos of it and you think you would like to play this kind of game, it's a Metal Gear Solid game. It's about as Metal Gear Solid as you can get. It is everything Metal Gear Solid has always been. And if you like Metal Gear Solid, or you like stealth games, if you like games like the Tom Clancy games, this game seems a bit grittier than a Tom Clancy game. And what I mean by that, it's more like you're like in the Tom Clancy games, you're by yourself at all times. You're not responsible for any other characters besides yourself. But in this game, it makes you more responsible with your buddies and stuff, and that's really cool. And like Quiet had a full story, which was amazing. No one usually ever gives a secondary character a full story. It's kind of like what Mass Effect did. Mass Effect gave all its characters a story, and you felt connected to them. That's why I was kind of like bummed out by, oh well, you can never play with Quiet again after you finished her story, so fuck you. You just got attached to her at the end? Fuck you. So yeah, I played with Quiet. Like, there's 50 missions total, and I'll take off like 10 or 15 for that. Like, it's like about 10 of them are like repeats. I played a lot of missions where like, I'll say like 80% of the missions were with Quiet. 100% after like you actually were able to use her. I only used Quiet after I was actually able to use her. So that kind of, I didn't like that. I don't like that. It made me disinterested in playing the game and recording it for you. And also, when the game ended, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm ungrateful, maybe I'm just one of those people that are just spoiled by the way gaming works nowadays, that, man, I hope there's DLC. That was my first stuff, like right after I was like just, I was kind of sad by the Quiet being gone. But my second thing was, needs DLC. And if Konami is half as money hungry as I think they are, they will put DLC in the game, but it's going to be hard to do without Kojima there. Yeah, that's so anything DLC will probably suck really bad. I mean, and like when I'm saying DLC, not like, because some of the stories feel unresolved. Maybe they're resolved in like the other games. Like, what happened to Eli? Like, I would like to know what happened to him. I would like to know what happened with Emmerich. I would like to know what happened with like the real big balls, or I would like to know what happened with like Ocelot and Miller. I would like to know that. Like, maybe they could have extended it a little bit more to like just that part, not like DLC, like a whole new game or like an expansion. I just want to know like what happens to them after that, because after you beat the game, well, you just beat the game. And then you have those extra hard missions to do at the end. It's like the hard version it's like hard version. There's the where you can die within almost instantly, no matter what you're wearing. And then there's the total stealth. Then there's subsistence. Total stealth is pretty obvious. Subsistence is not. And I will be doing a guide video for one of those missions. It's like the second subsistence mission where you can do it with like in, I don't know, 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, if you're like about 5 minutes without ever actually having to use a gun. Because you don't, with subsistence, you don't start with a gun. You start with nothing but a knife, and that's for close quarters. You have to get everything you want to use, you have to get from somebody. And with subsistence, you want to avoid people as much as possible. Unless you're like the first one, there's a one like level 20 something. So yeah, that you can do it on. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a guide video for that one. It's one with the tanks. It's like the original mission was like 12. It was like 11 or 12. It was after, I believe it wasn't 11. It would have been like somewhere between like 8 and like 15, something like that. And this will make it a lot easier. And also I'll be doing a guide video on mission number 20 on how to beat the guy faster. You have a boss fight and then mission number 20. Won't spoil how it happens, but if you guys want to stick around for that video, I'll be trying to post that as soon as possible. It's already, I didn't have my like laptop on or anything, so everything will just be live from basically from just whatever I play. Well, whenever I got it from, I recorded it on my Xbox. That's what I'm trying to say without rambling, because my mind just went blank for a second. So yeah, I already recorded it. So it's like 5 minutes. I just recorded the part of beating him, because there's 2 ways to beat him, and I'll probably talk about that in the video. Because the second way is hard. Like, one way you can beat him that's easy, but you don't have what you need to beat him easily. Like, you don't get that until like the game's almost over. So if you want to go back and get a better grade, yeah. And then there's another one that's just stupid hard. It's so hard it is ridiculous. So yeah, so actually no, I guess I'm wrong. It's actually 3 ways to beat that boss. But one is 100% hard. One is nearly impossible because you won't have what you need to beat him until later. And the other one is almost impossible too, because it is so unpredictable. And yeah, and that's it's like how is basically the guy just tell you how to get an S rank on there. That's what it is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. New thing for me. Definitely we'll be trying to do more reviews on this channel. We'll be doing more reviews for all types of games. So it lowers the amount of editing for me to almost none. All I do now is just play the game, no focusing on commentary. The reviews and stuff will be pre-done or done after I get the footage. Usually it'll be done before I get the footage, so I can know how much footage I need. And yeah. So again, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. So you definitely subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see like the actual Let's Plays. Be doing streaming, and it'll be a lot easier for you to know when I'm streaming if you're there, if you are subscribed. And if not, the video will be up later on my YouTube. Except for it's a lot easier to watch like a 7-8 hour video when you are actually there talking with me than just to sit there and like watch a video for so much time. But however, YouTube, if you watch on your PC or your phone, it saves your spot of where you're at. So you can watch like 30 minutes a day for like a week, 2 weeks, or you can watch an hour a day for a week. Whatever floats your boat. And if you're really interested in a series, there you go. That's problem solved. So yeah, see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Ice King out.